Seems as though a company tried to take us. Seems as though a company tried to pull a slick one on all of us, and some of us got taken. The NTWRK app network advertised for the last week that they were going to have an exclusive light blue classified Cobra Commander, the new 6-inch figures. And then right at the very last minute, just before the drop, they decide to tell us that this figure is actually going to be the regular retail release. So I'm thinking along the lines of this is going to be something that we can pre-order and get early, considering the fact that the Wave 2 figures are supposed to hit the stores September 15th. They're supposed to hit retail market September 15th. But then I look at the advertisement on the app, and it says this product will ship September 15th. So you're not even getting it early, and you're paying more for it than retail, unless you had a code to get $15 off or whatever. This whole thing was one massive scam to get you to download their app so they could get your email and contact info. I even went to Twitter and commented on their posts. It was like, so basically you're committing false advertising. And I'll show the screenshots here and talk about them. Here's the light blue Cobra Commander that Network initially advertised was going to be an exclusive to them that you had to download the app to buy. And here is where they started changing the photos on their Instagram. Here they're showing the regular figure, the one that's supposed to go to retail, and I even called them out on it. Down here you can see where I had replied to their tweet and asked them, so you're saying that you're guilty of false advertising. Here you can see where they responded to me. The diorama images are official images by Hasbro and will reflect the final deco of the figure. The assets we've posted initially on the app was the sample we received at the time. And then I responded and turned to that. The reason everyone downloaded your app was to get a variant light blue figure. That is false advertising. Is this at least going to ship before September? If you're misleading about what version you're selling, I want to make sure you're not misleading about a ship date as well. And then this is where they started changing the photos in the app, showing what you were buying. See, it says dropping now. This was right at the time of the drop. You have the regular dark blue retail version of Cobra Commander. This is happening as people are clamoring to buy this exclusive figure. And then last but not least, we have this little change here. Cobra Commander pre-order product and colors may vary. And they, again, have pictured the light blue version. This item ships September 15th, 2020. This Cobra Commander figure, blah, 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 blah. And it's $22.99 plus shipping. That's not the price of the regular retail figure. This whole thing, advertising that they were getting an exclusive figure. And even during the drop, the guy that they had showing this figure was showing the Hasbro sampler or whatever, the light blue figure, as if that's what you were going to be getting. And it was even so deceptive that most of the people who bought this thing thought they were getting an exclusive figure in a different color scheme than what was going to be released for retail. And they reluctantly kind of half-assed said that this is only a sample. They removed all the information where it had stated that it was an exclusive figure. They changed the figures and they changed the images in the app at literally the last minute. I was watching this happen on Twitter as people were blowing up their post about how, hey, this isn't what we're supposed to be buying here, is it? And there was a lot of confusion, and the drop lasted just a few minutes. They were sold out within minutes to people thinking that they were getting this light blue dealer exclusive or app exclusive, whatever, site exclusive light blue Cobra Commander. There were so many people pissed off about this. It was deceptive practice. It was a deceptive practice at the very least. what's known as a bait and switch. They baited everyone into downloading their app with the hopes of being able to purchase one of these light blue Cobra Commanders, and then at the very last minute they switched it up, and you had people that were trying to buy multiples of this thing, dropping money on it. And you know, it's just a really, really bad business practice. And to think that the possibility is there that Hasbro had something to do with this, that Hasbro had a hand in it. What is this light blue figure? Is it just a sample? Is it just a pre-production sample that they ended up changing their mind on what it was going to look like? Or and how many of them are out there? Is this something that's going to be available later as like a Hasbro Pulse exclusive? That would be the hope, is that it would be available later as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. At least then we know we'll get what we're paying for. I've ordered several things from Hasbro Pulse since the classified Snake Eyes Deluxe edition came out, since the pre-order was put up on the site. I've ordered several things from them and been pretty satisfied so far. Their shipping's a little weird. They don't put packing material. They don't actually put like real packing material into their boxes. It's basically like one I got had a completely deflated air cushion bag. You know, it's just whatever. But Hasbro Pulse seems to be all right. I haven't had any issues with ordering from them or anything. But to think that Hasbro had something to do with this, it's unsettling. What exactly is going on with that company? I know that we've talked about quality and whatnot in previous videos, but it seems like their quality of the Marvel Legends and some of the photos and whatnot that I've seen of GiJoe, the classified series, makes me leery at even opening the ones that I have. I feel like I would be better off to just leave them in their boxes instead of being so additionally disappointed by those figures. I don't want to take that chance. Now, I mean, there's also the perfect chance that they'll be fantastic figures. They'll be great. A lot of people are very pleased with them. I'm not saying that they're poor quality because I have not opened them and handled them myself. I'm probably going to, just for the sake of videos, so that you all can see what I pull out of the package. Back to the whole thing with this app, though. We were all conned into downloading this app and setting up a profile, setting up our wallet and putting our address into it. And I know that people, some of the people who purchased these, I do know people who actually got purchase confirmations. There's a friend of mine who supposedly he's got like 3 or 4 of them coming. Hopefully they'll be something different. I don't think it'll be the variant. But now that this has happened, at the very least, Hasbro needs to step up and offer this to us as a variant. They need to offer it to us for sale directly from them, or like on Hasbro Pulse, and instead of this whole bait and switch thing, because this has left a very, very bad taste in the mouths of a lot of people, including myself. It was very disappointing and aggravating to spend my time and resources to download this app, put all of my information into it, and then have this bait and switch thing happen. I've actually emailed Hasbro Pulse about this. Several other people have as well, contacting Hasbro about the bait and switch scam that happened with the NTWRK app. So here's the email that I sent to Hasbro. The NTWRK app promoted an exclusive light blue classified Cobra Commander all week, then changed it at the time of the drop. They even continued to show the light blue version in the drop video and on the app. They only changed some of the photos at the time of the drop. A lot of people bought this thinking they were getting an exclusive figure. That was even stated in emails from NTWRK. Was this Hasbro's call to cancel the exclusive, or was there ever an exclusive at all? And then here we have their generic response back to me. Thanks for contacting Pulse, blah, 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 48 hours. So I'm looking forward to getting an email back from them. A bait and switch scam is exactly what it was. Myself and many others called them out about this on Twitter, and their response was lacking at best. I mean, it was just, and I've been showing these screenshots and whatnot throughout the video, but their responses were very generic. you know, the person running their Twitter probably doesn't even have any idea exactly what was going on, but it's just the fact that this company pulled a bait and switch scam on an entire collector community. And one of the comments that I had made on their tweet was, that's a pretty ballsy move to pull a bait and switch scam on an entire community like that, an entire collector community. And I know that there's the Facebook collector community, there's the Instagram collector community, and then there's an entirely other world of G.I. Joe collectors that are on Twitter that are not on either of those other two platforms. You know, the collector community is quite spread out. And plus, these classified figures, these 6-inch figures, have brought in a lot of collectors of other lines that just like 6-inch figures. That's what they collect, is 6-inch action figures. And this is actually starting to get some of them into G.I. Joe. And I understand that, you know, it's pushing away, or not, I don't want to say pushing away, but it's starting to you've got the hardcore G.I. Joe collectors that like nothing but 3 3/4 inch or 4 inch or whatever. You've got different subgroups of collectors, but I mean, this is just something else for the entire community. But to have this scam ran on us is just absolutely appalling, especially if Hasbro had something to do with it. Now, there's also the possibility that Hasbro sent them this light blue sample of a figure, and it wasn't necessarily meant to get out there as an exclusive. And it's entirely possible that this network company thought that's what they were getting, and they just put it out there as such. Well, hey, this is different from what the final production model is going to be. And we know that the production version of the Cobra Commander was leaked out around a week or so ago, if not a little bit more, a little bit longer. Yeah, so it's entirely possible that it was just a mistake. But if it was just a mistake, they had plenty of time to make all of the necessary changes on their app and stop portraying it as you getting a light blue exclusive Cobra Commander. They even sent out emails to people who signed up with the notify me option on this thing. They even sent out emails stating that it was an exclusive to them. And it's an outright lie. So hopefully Hasbro didn't have a hand in this. Hopefully the people who were able to purchase don't get suckered in. And another thing that they did, if you bought it, you couldn't get a refund. So if you purchased this thing, if you purchased this figure under the perception that you were getting a light blue exclusive to them figure, and then found out that it was just going to be the regular retail version and that it wasn't going to ship until September 15th, you can't get a refund. They won't refund you. So that among other things leads me to believe that they literally just purposefully deceived people into downloading the app and purchasing this figure. So hopefully something good comes of this. I don't really see what could, but hopefully something good comes of it. Maybe people who wouldn't be able to get one otherwise will end up with this Cobra Commander and have a figure that they'll enjoy. Supposedly, from what I've been told, the sealed cases of the Wave 2 figures will contain 3 Cobra Commander figures, 2 of the Gung Ho figures, and 1 Red Ninja. I have a full set coming along with the quote unquote Pimp Daddy Destro, the Gold Head Destro. Supposedly this Gold Head Destro was going to be a con exclusive, and with COVID-19 we aren't having very many conventions, so that's going to end up being something completely different. It's not part of, I'm not saying that it's part of Wave 2 that's included in it, but the retailer from which I purchased my my Wave 2 figures is somehow getting the Gold Head Destro and including it in the set. I did not order a sealed case, although I may. I would like to add some additional single figures to that if I possibly can. I'm going to contact that retailer and see if I can get more of the Red Ninjas, do a little troop building with those. Back to the light blue Cobra Commander. I personally would have bought a few of those, not only for myself, but for friends, for gifts and giveaways and whatnot. And, you know, I feel like we got cheated out of that. We were deceived, and there's just, right now, everyone's talking about it. Some people still believe that they're getting the light blues, and some people believe that it's the dark blue production figure that we're getting. I guess we'll wait and find out. But as of right now, as I've shown in the screenshots that I took, they basically said, no, what you're going to get is the production retail version. So yeah, it looks like as of the moment, there will be no light blue Cobra Commander in our hands unless it is a custom. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more videos, not just G.I. Joe stuff, but I have other things coming as well. Some Marvel Legends and the brand new Ghostbusters figures from Hasbro, the 6-inch Ghostbusters figures. Right here I have Peter Venkman, and this series of figures, this set, has a Build-A-Figure. A pretty cool concept. There's a couple of figures, there's at least one figure in the set of 6 that I would not have purchased if it did not come with a Build-A-Figure piece. And that would have been the Gozer figure. I just don't think that it looks that great. But you have the Build-A-Figure right here on the back. It's the Demon Dog. So I'm going to take these guys out of the box, and I'll assemble that. But, you know, that'll be a whole thing in itself. All right. Thanks for watching, and Yo Joe.